Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. Remember, BART members get 15% off. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program.
Hello, Larry, and hello and good morning to all the people who are listening to the radio right now. It's me, Peter the Boyce. And while the price of gas might be going up and the price of pork might be going up, you can still listen to your radio for free as the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center sponsors the next 15 sugar-free minutes on VOB 92.9 FM. Today, Saturday, is Pudding and Sauce Day for a lot of people. If you know you love pudding and sauce, put your hand in the air. I can see you, you know. I can see when I... Well, if you like sauce, make sure and listen, because we have a tip from nutritionist Victoria Cox, especially targeted at pork lovers like you. And also a lot more health information coming up, so make sure and stay tuned. You should know by now that the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, is your one-stop shop with diabetes in mind. And you know who stopped by on Friday, April the 29th for a media visit at the center? There was an official visit by the Prime Minister of Barbados, the Right Honourable Mia Amor Motley, who toured the facility and was very impressed with the quality and standard of services which she saw. On that day, the Prime Minister gave a speech where she made some very potent points about why Barbadians should be looking after their health. So right now, we're going to take in a little piece of that speech. Make sure and listen.
We recognize that our school system and our public information to date as an independent country did not teach people sufficiently how to eat and what to eat. And if I doubted the correctness of my action in the budget last month about putting the additional taxes on soft drinks and sweetened beverages, I do not doubt it and I do not apologize for it. Because if you take the picture of that board inside there in the dietitian's office, that shows how much sugar is in every bottle of sweet drink or in every glass serving size of juice or even Morbi, then you begin to understand nobody's telling you can't use it, but we're telling you that if you use it in moderation and anchor it with exercise. I learned a long time ago that the things that are most difficult and most bitter sometimes are best for you. And we need to pause and recognize that, as we saw in this last week, not every day in your life is sunny, and that you have to put in some things if you want to get back out some results. I hope that the combined programs, as I said, with the Queen Elizabeth Hospital establishing a community outreach health program for the 2,000 most vulnerable patients who are already in the care of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. This has nothing to do with the polyclinic primary outreach. This has to do with the pressure on the Queen Elizabeth Hospital with respect to persons coming for amputations, persons coming with kidney problems, persons coming with problems with their eyes. All of the backlog that we have nationally is as a result of people not being able to do the things necessary to take care of their health. And people need to believe that there can be a living miracle in themselves if they choose to make the right decisions. Barbados has too many amputees. Barbados has too many people losing their sight. Barbados has too many people dying from cardiovascular diseases. It is within our control. We will play our part as government, and we have played it, and we have expanded the services. But I need Bajans, each and every one of us, I don't exclude myself, to play their role if we are going to win this battle against chronic NCDs. And in the same way we were able to do with HIV and AIDS, in the same way we were able to ensure that we gave people AZT as pregnant mothers earlier than most countries in the world, we will play our part from a policy perspective. We will do the community nurses and give you everything that you need. I'll even buy the technology that can monitor. But what we need you to do is to get up and walk, or get up and lift some weights, or to get up and make sure that when you're eating, don't do the foolishness that will cause you to have to be a patient, regrettably, of this center and others.
You want to hear what the Prime Minister said, right? Well, it needs to get up and start exercising. People is about the place hemming and hawing, talking about how
I supposed to go with the girls on a walk, but you know work got me, and you know you're gonna make money. Then I just be tired when I get home on evenings.
so there's about the place saying about how you ain't got no time to exercise, call you busy. Next thing you know, diabetes hit you lose a foot. Next thing you know, you lose a next foot. Sometimes you even end up losing your life. I got a woman there, I know the minute I shut my eyes and dead, she can got a next man in my house. So I tell she straight, I plan to live long just to spite she. So when the evening comes, you can see me down by the grass and walking up and down, up and down. I even got my dog with me. Cause, like the Prime Minister said and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center advice, I watching what I eat and I cutting out sweet drinks. Not just because the Prime Minister says so, you know, but because I wants to be healthy. So I can be looking for one of them by the grass and remember down there free. This is Alfonso. I gone. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program is now on at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. You call and book the appointment yet? Don't be hard ears and end up falling victim to diabetic retinopathy and end up going blind. Call and book that appointment to get your eyes screened. 243 Eyes, 243-3937. Remember, BART members get not 5, not 10, but a massive 15% off. As Dr. Charles Pierce, clinical lead of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, says,
our main focus is at this time is the eye care. We've started a screening program and we're trying to emphasize again that people need to come and have annual checks to see if there are any changes related to diabetes in their eyes. And we're trying to pick those changes up before they cause problems. So before you start noticing any change in your vision or any other problems with your eyes, we can pick up these diabetic changes and act on it, whether that's going to need treatment, referral, or closer monitoring. Everyone over the age of 12 with a diagnosis of diabetes should be having screening checks at least every year. If there are problems found, then we might need to see you more often than every year.
You heard Dr. Pierce, right? Everyone over the age of 12 who has diabetes should be having their eyes screened annually. So if both those stats apply to you, call now.
243 Eyes, 243-3937.
Hello, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center radio show. I have a question for nutritionist Victoria Cox. I know the price of pork gone up, right? But in spite of that, I love my pudding and sauce. I don't feel it's Saturday unless I collect my sauce from my favorite sauce lady. So, Miss Cox, my question is, how could something as good as pudding and sauce be bad for you? And what do I have to watch out for if I is a diabetic?
When it comes to foods like pudding and sauce, again, I understand that we have these, cultural meals that we really like to enjoy. But of course, not all of our cultural meals are necessarily the healthiest. So with something like pudding and sauce, from an overall health perspective, the pudding could be, particularly fatty cuts of pork, so high in saturated fat. It's not necessarily great for our, cholesterol and cardiovascular health. I'd also be pondering about the sodium or salt level in the cooking. As far as individuals living with diabetes, the sweet potato pudding is where the starch and natural sugars are going to be coming into play, and that's what's going to be dictating, how high someone's blood sugar is going to go. So as far as still wanting to enjoy something like pudding and sauce, I would at least, in the very least, suggest trying to have lean sauce and controlling the portion of pudding.
We now welcome to the show a patient of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, Miss Dacia Moore. Welcome to the show, Dacia.
Thank you for having me.
Dacia, how long have you had diabetes, and could you tell us how it impacted on the way you live your life?
I have had diabetes for just about 8 years now. I got it when I was really young, so I could say it impacted my life pretty big, especially going through school and stuff. It was quite difficult at times.
Tell us some of the challenges that would be unique to you as a young person that you would have faced.
Being in school, the children, nobody is really educated about diabetes. All everybody seems to think is that you eat too much sugar and you can't do this. Everybody thinks it's limited to like one category of things. So people see me, the slightest thing as into drinking something is like questioning me, or it would be hard to watch the other children enjoy a lot of other things that at the time I didn't know I could enjoy myself. So that was the biggest challenge for me.
What did you learn from being a patient of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center?
I learned that diabetes don't don't limit yourself. It's not the end of the world, and that you can do everything a quote-unquote normal person can do. And as long as you have a good support system, you'll be okay.
Tell us an example of some of the services which you would have utilized at the center.
I utilize the diabetes specialist nurse, the podiatrist, the nutritionist. There's also a psychologist there as well, and of course the doctor.
So did the advice that you received from the center, did it help you to cope with your condition?
It most certainly did. The staff there, everybody there is really nice and they're supportive and they helped me through a lot of my problems. They taught me about calorie counting, learning how to balance my meals so that I can still enjoy the sweet things and everything else that, as I said, quote-unquote, normal people can enjoy. They helped me not to be insecure about having diabetes. It's something that I have to live with and to love myself, to be confident in everything I do.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, with their diabetic eye screening program, offers a standard of service that equals or surpasses any you might receive internationally. And very soon, there will be a dedicated vascular department added that will be the centerpiece of a new national preventative campaign that will highlight the discovery of early circulatory problems in the limbs and extremities of at-risk persons. So if you are diabetic and listening to your radio right now, you need to make an appointment and get your eyes screened. You can reach them by calling 417-0305 or 243-3937 to make that appointment. The last 15 minutes you heard on your radio was brought to you with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program and the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. Remember, BART members get 15% off. The Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. Saving eyes, saving lives.